my new Kiesel Kyber. I ordered it 3-4 months ago and I just received it now, so I wanted to share that event with you. In this video I will tell you everything about Kiesel, who they are, how to order a build with them, and of course everything about this model that I built with my specifications. You will see there is more than meets the eye. So you know this is an expensive build, and to be able to afford it I sold 3 of my Ibanez guitars, the RG550, the Jiva Junior and the S470, plus a few accessories. So let's dive in and see what this is all about. So what about Kiesel? Kiesel is not really a new company. It used to be called Carvin, and it belonged to the Kiesel family. And then Mark Kiesel passed the torch to his son Jeff Kiesel, who is now at the helm of Kiesel Guitars. So they transitioned from Carvin to Kiesel Guitars. Carvin was well known for very expensive, very high-end builds, exotic wood and so on, high-end specs. And they transitioned to a model which is pretty smart. It's a semi-custom shop. So it's made in USA, but what does it mean, a semi-custom shop? So you start with a base model with a set price. So for example, for the Kyber, the set price is $1599 currently. And then you can add options. So all that is done on their builder online. And you can add more options. Some options are free of charge, and some options are discounted. They are paying usually, but discounted, for example, when there are sales. And there are sales all around the year, so it's good to wait for really the good occasion to choose which specific features you want and see if they are heavily discounted. And that's what I did. And some options are paying. So what do you get on the standard Kiesel for $1999? So for $1999 you get, first of all, you get a USA made guitar, which is not that expensive if you think about it. You get locking tuners, you get a Tusk nut, Graphtec Tusk nut, you get a quarter sawn maple neck, maple or another wood, but it's quarter sawn. You get stainless steel frets. In the neck there are carbon reinforcements, carbon rod reinforcements, and even the truss rod, Kiesel claims it's a very high quality truss rod. Then you get a quality bridge. So this one is a hip shot fixed, but you can order also the tremolo variant, but they are high quality. You get their high quality pickups. You get a push-pull. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, you also get a very high quality gig bag, soft bag, but very high quality. I think it's even more sturdy and comfortable than the Gibson one, which is saying something. So that's what you get for the base price. And then you have free options, like if you choose a solid color, pink, neon, yellow, green, you have a lot of solid options, solid colors, which are free options. You have free woods. Generally roasted maple is free, depends on the timing, but usually it's free. Some woods, like when I ordered mine, the black limba body was free, which is quite nice because this is a very nice wood, very figured wood. So from a base price of $1599 you can get up to $3,000, $4,000 maybe. So, but the difference is the options you choose are usually cosmetic, so it's about how the guitar looks, and specific playability or comfort options that you yourself choose. Two other things I really liked during the build and order process. During the build, in fact, you choose the options you want. So no one is telling you, there's no negotiating, no one is telling you, you have to do this, you have to do that. You just try, and the builder is quite realistic. I mean, my build looked really similar to what I order on the builder. So that's the first thing. There is no like negotiation or judgment. You take the time you want. You can save your build. You can show to your friends. You can get feedback, and then you order. So that's the first point. The second point is about payment. So payment, you just have one down payment, and then you can pay however you want, big amount, small amount, however you want, until the build is ready. And of course they will send you the guitar when the build is fully paid. But that's very comfortable because you really pay when you have the money, when you are comfortable with it. For example, I sold 2 guitars and then I was waiting to sell the third one, but I thought, okay, I can already start with 2 guitars. I get some money until maybe a few weeks, and then I sold the last one and I had enough money for the full bill. So let's talk now about my custom build and my specifications. So I will go over the instrument part by part, and then we will go down the list and see which option was paying, which option was for free. So let's start with the body. The body wood is black limba, really nice figured wood, and I chose trans aqua burst finish with black, you can also see here, black, translucent black edges. That's the official name. So aqua burst, translucent black edges. The top is a burl maple top, really nice, really figured. Gloss finish. For this build I wanted a fixed bridge, so this is a hip shot fixed bridge. First of all, I wanted it for tuning stability, but also there are two nice side effects, very nice. The first one is you get this kind of a ferrule because the strings go through the body. Which remind me of a Telecaster, and it's pretty funny because this guitar is the opposite of a Telecaster. And also you get a solid wood on the back because you don't have the cavity for the floating bridge. So I think it's even more beautiful like this. You can really appreciate this magnificent piece of wood. Okay, about the pickups, I chose humbucker single configuration, so HS, and if you remember, I have a video where I build HS pickguard. So this is really a configuration I wanted, and I think visually it looks really cool also. I chose white bobbins. I wanted a contrast between the dark guitar and the white pickups. So this is their beryllium, single coil beryllium, and this is the lithium. So the beryllium is a kind of vintage, low output pickup. Very nice for kind of less aggressive style or clean sound. And the humbucker is a lithium, so it's much punchier, more modern. So I like the combination between the two. 3-way toggle switch, chrome. On the knob I chose abalone inlay. I wanted a little classy touch. I think that's it for the body. For the neck, so the neck is really a centerpiece for me, for the guitar. So the neck wood I chose roasted maple. And I don't know if you can see, but this part looks much darker than this one. It looks like light chocolate and like dark chocolate. And I thought it's funny, they like roasted the neck differently, but in fact no. If you get the right angle, you can see that this is in fact the same color, but this is a kind of flame. Here there's two little stripes, and then the headstock is flame. So in fact it's maple with some flamey parts that get roasted. So it makes the guitar really unique and I love it. On the side you have luminlay side dots, really nice. That's part of the bass, by the way, I forgot to tell about it. For the fingerboard, I chose bird's eye maple, and that's really, I really wanted to have a guitar with a bird's eye maple for a long time. I think it looks amazing. I chose the staggered offset dots, so closer to the bass strings on the lower notes and higher on the treble strings for the solos. And these dots are also abalone to match the knob. So that's a very funny reminder. Stainless steel frets, of course. About the neck profile, so I chose a thinner profile. You have their standard profile, thinner or thicker. Since then they have also introduced the velocity neck, which is super thin, like Ibanez thin. Well, first of all, it was not available when I ordered it. And also I ordered a specific fingerboard radius. I ordered a compound radius 12 to 16, which means the fingerboard is more rounded on the lower frets and gets flatter on the higher frets, which makes my life easier for soloing. Graph nut. So of course painted headstock with bird maple to match the body, so matching headstock, really nice. And this nice little white tuner buttons. I really like the white contrast, so always this contrast between dark and light here. The white logo on the dark headstock, the white pickups on the dark body, so I really like that. So yeah, that's about it for generally the guitar. It's very light, 5.8 pounds, it's my lighter guitar actually, my lightest guitar actually. And it has a lot of comfort cuts for the belly, the arm carve is amazing. And even aesthetically, like if you can see this bevel is magnificent, like these shapes. Apparently Jeff Kiesel created this design by himself. Well, it's amazing. It's really beautiful. Even the horns, the longer horns are really classy. Yeah, very comfortable, very easy to play instrument. So let's go through the list of specs to check that I didn't forget anything. So let's start. Kyber 6 strings fixed bridge, $15.99. Because of course you can order as a 7th string too. 25.5 scale option. Maple neck and limba body. That was free. Okay, the maple neck is the part of the base model. The limba body was a free option, so that was really nice. Bird maple top is not free. That's a $500 option, so I think it's the most expensive option here. The Trans Aqua Burst, so the very nice gradient from blue to green, is $200. Translucent black burst edges is $100. Clear gloss finish is free. So you can see that already for the finish and the top wood, it's $800 in option, and it's only cosmetic. What else? 6-string Kyber headstock, because there is a headless version. Bird maple headstock, so that's $80. So to have the bird maple veneer on the headstock. Headstock color match to the body, $50. So that's for the paint job on the headstock. Roasted maple neck was free. Thinner neck profile is free. Tongue hole finish, back of the neck. Amazing finish. I don't know how they do that, it's amazing. It's free. I will talk about my feeling about it in a a moment. Bird's eye maple fretboard, $150. Really considering the beauty of this wood, I don't regret it 1 second, really nice piece of wood. Staggered offset dot inlay, that's just the shape. You have different, you can select center dots, squares, diamonds, Kiesel logo, dots on the side. The staggered was my favorite for free. Abalone inlays, it's a $60 option. 12 to 16 compound radius, so that's a $50 option. But it's also an option that makes the whole build non-returnable, so that's something important to consider. Stainless steel medium jumbo, Jessica fret free. It's part of the standard base configuration. Humbucker single pickup configuration, lithium bridge, beryllium single coil. This is $10. So it's funny because if I chose the beryllium humbucker, I think it was free, but the beryllium single coil was $10. But anyway, that's the configuration I wanted. White pickup is a $20 option. Pickup pose, I chose chrome. So you can choose chrome, you can choose black, you can choose... it's crazy the level of detail you can choose. Elixir 9 to 42 string, so you can choose your string gauge. Metal knob with abalone was a $10 option, not that expensive. White logo, white perloid tuner buttons, so that was $25 option. I really wanted it because I thought it was, first of all, I thought it was really nice. This pearl kind of translucent is really, really beautiful. And also it makes the guitar just a bit lighter. I mean, the headstock a bit lighter, so you generally don't have this kind of a head dive. And ultimate soft guitar case, which is amazing. Like it's, I think it's even better than the Gibson one. It's for free. And 10-day trial, no return. So in my case, since I chose the 12 to 16 compound radius, this was non-returnable. So all in all, this guitar cost me $2,850. So you can see that from $1,599 you can climb very easily towards the $3,000 mark. Of course you can choose less expensive woods, you can choose less expensive finishes, depending on your budget. I really went according to the budget I had selling. I knew I was going to sell 3 guitars, so I went according to that budget. And for that budget, really, I'm really happy with the build. So now, what are my perceptions or my feeling after playing it for a few days? It's very light, very comfortable. You can play in standard position, you can play in classical position if you want, thanks to this curve on the bottom. It's even for this lighter guitar, acoustically it sounds very loud, which is a testimony to the quality of the build. And my favorite part of all is the neck. The neck is amazing. I don't know how they do that, but it's really a piece of art. And basically it's the best of both worlds, meaning I get with the roasted maple and their tongue oil finish, I get the same feeling as on my Kelly, on which I sanded the back of the neck to have exactly this kind of a, fast and sleek feeling on the back of the neck. The bird's eye maple really looks nice, so that's more of an aesthetic thing. Stainless steel frets are amazing because they are very durable. And the bend looks really smooth to play. You're really not catching the strings. It's the first time I ordered a bird's eye maple, by the way. It's a lot of first time on this guitar. The first time I get a reverse headstock also. And the reverse headstock is great because you get more tension on the bass strings where you want your rhythm to be really tight, and you get less tension on the high strings where you want to bend. So it's really, I think that's the right way to go. So yeah, I think you get the best work between something very sleek, and also with the 10 to 16 compound radius, I really get the same kind of feeling as on my favorite neck, which is my Charvel. So I think it's my favorite neck. It's as good or even better as as the necks on the Charvel, which is saying something. Very sleek, very comfortable, and contrarily to the Charvel, it's a C-shaped profile. The Charvel is a bit flatter in the middle, but honestly, you don't feel it. It's I think the closer thing to that is my Jackson Adrian Smith has this kind of a round profile, so very reminiscent of that. So overall, a great playing, very comfortable, great sounding guitar. Yeah, so now let's listen to a few sound samples and see how it sounds. conclusion, I wanted to stress out a few things. First of all, build your own guitar with your own specifications and your own taste is an amazing experience. I must say it was quite a risk for me because I had never touched a Kiesel guitar before that, not even the neck, so I was not sure how the neck would compare to my other guitars and if I would like it actually. But I ended up loving it, so that was a great experience. And also the overall fit and finish, the quality of the build is exemplary. The second thing I wanted to point out is, okay, it's a custom build, it's kind of expensive, but relatively to other custom shops, it's pretty affordable. If you think about it, you could have a very nice made in USA guitar with all the bass options for $15.99, and everything else is optional. Everything else is just cosmetic or very personal preferences. So you can get a custom shop guitar for $15.99 with all the free or discounted options, and that's amazing. I think that's really nice that Kiesel found a business model that works for them, that is profitable for them, but also gives players this kind of a choice, of a possibility to choose whatever options you want, and I think that's really a nice thing. And lastly, also, I think one of the best ways to improve your collection, your guitar collection, is to trade quantity for quality. So you can take 3 entry-level guitars and get a good one, or you can take 3 good ones and get an amazing one. And so this way you can have a collection that over time will be more and more qualitative and will look closer to kind of dream guitars for each one of your guitars, by the way. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with me till the end, and I will see you on the next video. Alors Juju, tu aimes la nouvelle guitare de papa?
Trop.
Trop belle?
Oui.
Bon, j'ai une question pour toi.
Ah.
Est-ce qu'elle est bleue ou est-ce qu'elle est verte?
Turquoise.
Ah, turquoise. So I asked her if the guitar was blue or green, and she said turquoise, which is really smart. Merci Juliette.